Konnichiwa, Japan beginners! In this video we take a day trip to Kamakura, where you get some lovely views and some amazing food. But can it actually be done in a day? Stay tuned to find out. Very nice. Welcome to Kamakura, a historic gem nestled barely an hour away from bustling Tokyo. It was once the political centre of medieval Japan and is steeped in a rich history and culture. Today we'll embark on a day trip to enjoy its timeless beauty and vibrant atmosphere. From the iconic Great Buddha at Kotoku-in Temple to the serene tranquility of Hokakuji Temple's bamboo forest. We'll uncover the wonders of this ancient city. Join us as we delve into the question, can you really do this city justice in just a simple day trip? Now, if you've been watching me for any length of time, you'll know a lot of my focus is cutting out the bull from travel vlogs. Before my trip to Tokyo, we really delved into all the vloggers that are out there. And the one thing I think we brought back from this trip is they have teams to help them achieve the goals of what they fancy doing in a day. This is just me and Book, and we've seen all the videos about doing Kamakura in a day. You've got Kamakura itself, you've got the places along the train line that goes along the seafront, and you've got Enoshima, which is a beautiful beach resort with an island with a lighthouse on it. We set off to try and do it in a day. Now you can do it, there's a train pass you can get called the Kamakura Pass, which is valid for a day. And you hop on your train at Shinjuku, and we did exactly that at 7 o'clock in the morning. As it says at the beginning, this was our third day, well, it's only our second full day, and maybe we bit off more than we can chew heading for a popular resort on the weekend. I honestly don't know. So I decided to head for the furthest point and then work my way back from there. So we end up in Kamakura itself. Leaving the station and heading for a Kamakura Drive, which goes up to a temple. I'm not sure if we're going to go all the way to the temple, but we're just going to soak up the area. The main reason for coming here today was the Buddha and enoshima, but we'll see what else we can do. And here we have an iconic archway known as a torii, next to an iconic golden arches known as a McDonald's. So after coming out the station and walking past the McDonald's, we headed into what is known as Tamachi Dori Street, and I'm sorry if I've got that wrong. And lo and behold, the first thing we see is a Totoro and Ghibli gift shop. So of course my camera shy child is straight in there like a bullet, which leaves me standing around like a lemon outside. It was quite a nice little shop. It had gifts downstairs and clothing upstairs, and Book was in there for some time. So from there we carry on up the street. It's like many of the shopping streets in Japan, but this one had, of all things, an owl cafe. We didn't do any of the pet cafes, not because we're particularly anti them, we just didn't fancy any of them. Of course, it wasn't long before we stumbled across one of my passions, and that's food, which is always dangerous considering I've also got a diet channel, and we tried this. So what's this called? Unagi?
Unagi.
Unagi, which is grilled eel. Very nice. How's yours?
Good.
From then onwards we carried on up the street, which goes on forever, and some might say so do I. Once you get to the end of the shopping street, it's turned right and you're into a nice garden which leads into Hachimangu Shrine and Temple. It stands as a symbol to Japan's rich heritage. It was founded in the 12th century by Minamoto no Yoritomo. It's dedicated to Hachiman, the divine patron of warriors. Visitors are guided by the torii gates towards a serene realm where tradition meets modernity. Worshippers gather to offer prayers, participating in traditional rituals that connect them to the shrine's profound spiritual essence. Architectural marvels like the main hall and the maiden hall showcase Japan's artistic legacy. Throughout the year, the shrine holds festivals like Yabusame, drawing crowds for cultural celebrations. As the sun sets, Hachimangu Temple remains a timeless sanctuary embodying Japan's enduring spirit of faith and culture. The one thing that amazes me about Japan is how busy their temples and religious sites are, so it obviously holds great meaning to them. The temples are just absolutely stunning and they're hives of activity, and there's always things to do and see. Like, for example, there was a wedding going on at this one and a lot of steps. They seem to really like their steps. So of course I went up, was able to get a lovely view from the top and came back down. Book of course sat and drawed for a bit. So a lot of their temples include charms and the opportunity to buy them, so I bought one for Titch. I like the film where you buy the charms. So I've bought a success in exams one for Titch, who's got her GCSE exams next year. I'm wondering if I should have bought two. And also here you've got where people tie their the fortunes they didn't like. A lot of people have had some crap news today. I just love watching all the rituals, like for example this one, they walk round in a figure of 8 through a loop. I'm not sure what it signifies, but it looks nice. I was unable to get Book to record me doing it because they were doing something else, so I might have missed out on the chance to totally improve my future. I wanted a coffee and Book saw... Yes, focusing on the ice cream here.
It's a crepe.
A crepe. Saw a place, so this is the only place we've seen that sells hot coffee, so here I am sitting in a little girl's cafe dedicated to
Little girls.
having coffee in a pink mug.
But it's got all the cute characters and I've got a cute little crepe.
Yes, and Book's got a crepe. But at least I've got my coffee. Welcome to Tokyo. So we carried on the train to the next stop, which was Hase, which is the home of Kotoko Jin, which, if I've said that wrong again, the big Buddha. And of course it's getting close to lunchtime, and this brings to the fore my topic about is it really achievable in a day. We're already halfway through the day and there's a hell of a lot of the area left to do. But it's lunchtime, so let's see if we can find something to do. But first start off with called Kamakura beer,
Basically a rice bowl.
which is nice. Right, this is shirasu don. Now as you can see they're tiny little fish. And underneath that there's some rice and a raw egg yolk with some of that nasty wasabi and some pickles.
Miso.
And miso soup. Now I love my miso soup. And here is Book's meal. We've got the chicken stew, the rice, the pickles, a spoon for someone who can actually use chopsticks unlike me.
No, you eat spoons.
And some chili oil
That I will not be using.
that will not be getting used.
I don't know what this is, but you might want to film it.
Definitely played it safe having my shirasu don boiled, because the other option is to have it cold and still alive, which I wasn't ready for. But it was absolutely delicious, like all the food we've had here, and reasonably priced. So as the day's cracking on, we move up to Kokoto, I still can't say it, the big Buddha statue in Hase. That sounds much easier and much more respectful. So we head out there. It's a nominal fee to get in, it's only a couple of quid, and you know what? It's stunning, it's huge. So the great Buddha statue, or Daibatsu, it's an awe-inspiring monument to the Buddhist tradition. I was under the impression it's been here since the 1800s, but it was actually crafted in the 13th century. It's out of bronze, it's measuring 13.35 metres tall and weighs about 12 tonnes. It's a marvel of ancient engineering and artistic mastery. It's just unbelievable, and I'm so glad I came to see it. It's surrounded by foliage and nestled within the temple grounds, and it offers visitors a tranquil sanctuary, and each year thousands of pilgrims and tourists just flock here to look at it. Yeah, I was totally in awe of it. It is huge. You just can't give anyone an indication on this video. And when you get there, there's even a set of sandals that were crafted to aid him on his journey. Unbelievable place. So after the amazing sight of the big Buddha, we headed off to Enoshima next. And I'll be honest with you, by the time we got there, it was getting on for 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and you've got an hour's commute. And the volume of traffic that was on the train was making it a bit like, you know, we just knew we had to get back to Tokyo. So I took it as far as having a quick look at Enoshima from just outside the station and resigned myself to the fact we weren't going there today. Now there's so many other things in Kamakura. There's the bamboo forest, many other temples, and of course Enoshima. Now that's one of my regrets of this trip, that we didn't do it, because it's a beautiful island with a lighthouse on the top, and there's some amazing escalators inside that just makes it a nice way to end the day. So we decided that we were going back to Shinjuku, and to be honest, I don't think you can do the Kamakura area justice in a day. However, if like us you've only got a few days, we were there for 12, you've got to make some sacrifices. So yes, I'm really glad we did it. It was a nice, steady second full day out there. You know, it was a nice way to just introduce ourselves to the culture, the sights, the food, and we finished it off with an evening in Shinjuku. I'm not going to do what we did in Shinjuku on this video, but we did. The first thing we saw when we got out the station was a busker, and he was amazing, and I'm going to leave you with a recording I made of his music. Unbelievable.
ありがとうございます。